So when I was much younger, some of my favorite games involved cars, high-octane action, like jumping into the original GTA with the top-down view, jumping into a car and just going crazy and just tearing down the roads, or jumping into Twisted Metal, or jumping into games like Carmageddon, and also creating just that much more carnage in these vehicles, going top speed, shooting off rockets and everything else, trying to survive and be the last vehicle running. Well, now, in 2025, we're getting Scaravan 66. This is a third-person combat car roguelite. You are a reaper and you are done with your job and you're trying to get free of it all.
You boys sure are persistent.
Don't make this harder than it has to be, Reaper. Get back to your highway.
No can do. I already put in my resignation. I'm done reaping. I ain't going back.
She's not gonna like that.
Maybe she should come get me herself then.
Ooh, I like the attitude. I like the voiceover. Ooh, I gotta get used to doing this on a controller. Okay, so we see that there are enemies with armor that we have to think about. And also you can crit damage, okay. So we can ram enemies to cause damage, alright. We have to be careful though of causing damage to our own vehicle. So we have a shotgun, but we also have a rifle for more precision aiming. We have a lock-on, which is left trigger. So left bumper plus moving the L, the left joystick, or W on keyboard, gives you a ram ability, which is really cool. And here we're swapping now to the rifle. And the switch ability on keyboard is X. As you can see, we're taking damage up in the front. We've been ramming vehicles and all that getting shot at. So the roguelite element is the health of your vehicle. Again, this is just starting out for the tutorial's sake, so this is a lot simpler than what it will end up being. Such a good looking game. I love the art style. Oh, you know what? It looked like there were 3 weapon options there. So there's the single fire, which is more like a kind of like a sniper in some respects. And then there's one where it shoots off a couple bullets off from the rifle, so more semi-automatic or burst fire. And then we have the shotgun. Oh, interesting. Our health is in the lower left. You can see that our sides are pretty well damaged. The front of our car is not looking great. Now we have fireworks, which is kind of like a missile. It does a little bit of damage, but helps break the armor. And once you break their armor, they're in trouble. So it looks like the firework is just a really good quick shot to help break the armor, so that way you can finish them off with your weapon of choice. Yeah, this just reminds me of every single like high-speed sort of action moment in film. In like action films, it's just really cool. Trying to make sure we move all directions. There we go. So we can slow down. So we can control the pace of what's happening here just by braking, forcing them to slow down. Oh, I love that. If you look at the top, you can actually see the enemies behind you. Oh, that's really cool. You have the rear view mirror. That's so smart. Very, very clever. And what's nice is you can do a lock-on and should be able to hit the enemies from behind you, or slow down to force them past you. Yeah, I'm liking the shotgun so far. Left trigger. Left trigger doesn't seem to be doing a lock-on. Luckily, we don't hit trees, so that's a plus. Oh, we are soaring. Alright, so we're having issues with the lock-on. Left trigger, left trigger, left trigger, left trigger. You can shoot up in the air. Oh, that's great. I don't know if that's just for fun, like a little taunt or something. That's great. I like that. Yeah, we're about ready to die in the tutorial because I can't do a lock-on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is probably... Oh, it did it for a second. It did work for a second. This is a demo prior to early access. This is a pre-alpha build. So, of course, there are going to be issues at times. That's just naturally part of game development. You're going to also come across things that are placeholders and a lot of other different things. But, yeah, so far, I really like the voiceover. I like the art. I like the concept. It's just getting this lock-on to want to work. Here, let's try mouse and keyboard here. There you go. There we go. Okay, we were able to do it with the keyboard.
That's one down. Gonna be a long road. If what Scoville says is true, I only need to reach that end once. Hope he's right. My tap at the junkyard ain't getting any smaller.
Alright, so we get to visit the junkyard to do some things to our cars, so that's good. So it looks like there's health for our car than health for us.
Blow up a guy in our territory?
Ugh. Frat wolves. That wasn't a guy, that was a zomboy.
Yeah, the zombie guy. Working with the demon. Just like we do. Boys, let's go.
Oh yeah, we're toast. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately that lock-on really messed with us. Yeah, that's frustrating. That's too bad. We got stuck in the tutorial, so we just got shot up to death. Because we couldn't lock on. Alright, so let's see. The hubcap. Reaper's Rest Trailer Park. Exit. Bar. This feature's not in the demo. Okay. The garage. So we can increase armor, health, acceleration, all of the vehicle, extra lives, armor on revive, and health on revive. Nice. So I like this. So whenever you get taken out, you can then go back and, you know, try to figure out how you can strengthen yourself. This gives me vibes of Hades, right? Like with Hades, Zagreus, he's trying to escape the underworld and join his family, basically, and up in Olympus. And so he's doing everything he can, but he'll fail. He'll come back. He'll be able to upgrade weapons, health, and everything. And this has that similar concept. You're trying to break out and you're going to fail, but you're going to get stronger from that failure and you're going to learn from it. And so with that, you can build up different aspects like vehicle, your shotgun, so pellets, accuracy, and damage. Power rifle, you have the cooldown, damage, and critical hit damage. And then burst rifle, critical hit chance, damage, and cooldown. And then also your ram attack, the amount of distance you have, regeneration, so the refill rate, charges, and overall damage from that ram attack, which a ram attack seems to be pretty powerful, but I do think it does damage to you, I believe, because from us ramming it, I felt like we were doing more front-end damage to our vehicle, which would make sense. So as the lock-on works with keyboard, I'm just going to do keyboard and mouse right now. Ooh, our front end is hurting. Try to switch to the shotgun. Gotta watch out for the explosives. Yeah, so we have to watch out for those guys with the back ends because they'll let go of barrels that are explosive. The little trailers in the back. Yeah, I will say, like, the firing ability is definitely something that's smoother on controller, but the lock-on works for mouse and keyboard. All right, so we have diner and campsite. Let's go to the diner. Let's check that out. And it looks like that's maybe the main character for that location, maybe? The person that they show. Yeah, okay, there we go. Monique, Road Reaper. My, well, bless you, darling. I heard you were trying to get out of your old contract as a Reaper, but I didn't think you'd go this far. Lucky, my little starling. I feel like I haven't seen you in a New York minute, and yet look at all the drama that you've caused. Now, that's me, Queen of Chaos. Speaking of which, would you mind lending me some of your pizzazz? You know, I don't like to get my gloves dirty, starling, but if your name ain't Lucky, because I have just the thing to help. Alright, so Starburst. 20% increased AoE size. Range of AoE attacks 10%, so I'm assuming like from the shotgun. Increases chance of critical hit when inspired. Okay. I'm curious on the whole inspired bit, for sure. What does that mean? I wish we could put our cursor on it and be able to get some information. Astonished. The player is inspired when causing a critical hit. Okay, so Astonished would help you get inspired, and then Shotgun Shine would then synergize with that. Okay, so you slow down a lot whenever... Ah, okay. So you slow down whenever you jump on the rifle, because you have to sit up on your seat. But when you go with the shotgun, you can go a lot faster. Well, no. Actually, okay, now we are just about the same speed. Before we were going really fast. Maybe it was just because of how far away the enemies were at the time. You tend to speed up naturally and then slow down as they're near. That could very well be it. Yeah, lock-on is working really well on the keyboard. Okay, yeah, so when enemies are near, you tend to slow down naturally. Got it. Want some grub hunting? Sure, how about a menu? Here you are, love. Okay, so this one's not a Reaper, she's actually a merchant. Oh, okay, so we get repair, armor, heal... Increased chance of fresh items next visit, just by tipping your waitress. Nice. Slice of apple pie, a little stale but still edible. This roughly triangular lump of carbs, sucrose, sugar, glucose, fructose, and sweeteners will leave the pleasure centers of your brain craving more. I like the humor. I love the art style. I love the voiceover so far. I like how they've tied in this theme into this overall genre of roguelite. I think this is really, really cool. I really like this. Having that diner that you can pull off to, again, to either get abilities or to get health back and armor. That's really neat. Oh, there we go. Okay, so spacebar's firework. That's right. Now I remember. And that's to break armor. Yep, we can see that that lock-on's working. Because you'll see a red rectangle on the enemy. Oh god, that hit me hard. I needed them to really get off me. Alright, so we're making money for each enemy we take down. We got 14 bucks from that last enemy. Nope, we're done. GG's. Yeah, it feels pretty wild. Like, there are times where I'm like, oh yeah, I got plenty of health, I'm fine. And then all of a sudden, I look down again, and it's like, my health is almost gone. So I'm not really sure what's hitting me, what exactly is doing so much damage. Probably the explosions, maybe some of the car ramming. So as we can see, runtime was 3 minutes and 35 seconds. So you see the length of your run, the damage dealt, the shots fired, the number of kills, biggest kill streak, junk parts collected. So we are collecting junk parts as well. So cash and junk parts. Cash would be for the diner. Junk parts would be for the garage. All right, so we have 14 parts. So we could do an armor increase, a health increase. Probably for us at this point, armor would be good. We have 4 left, so we can go back into it. Yeah, so far, like, things are running very smoothly. Like, the game runs really nicely. I'm not coming across any hiccups, any drop frames, anything coming in as invisible on my end. Nothing that seems to be like a performance issue or optimization issue. It runs very buttery smooth. I'm really impressed, honestly, with how well this game is running in a pre-alpha build. It is just really, really, really nice. And it is a lot of fun. I think the biggest thing, of course, is with so much going on, and you're just constantly multitasking. So you're trying to figure out, okay, where are the enemies? What type of enemies am I dealing with here? Do they have explosives? Do they have guns? You know, do I need a cut left? Do I need a cut right? Do I need a break? Switch to a weapon? There's just a lot going on. So it's going to take some time to get a flow. And that's just a natural part of these types of games, though. But yeah, you won't have a lot of downtime or a lot of time where you can just kind of sit back. You really have to be in it and focused. And then at the end, when you get to someplace like this is like the reprieve where you can kind of collect yourself and figure out what's going on. All right, let's hit the road again. Yeah, the smoke and the flames and everything from the cars just look really good. So it looks like our armor's potentially gone. I think that red flashing bar is our armor, maybe. And then it goes into our health. I would love to see that at the end, when you hit 0 HP, something much more epic happens with you in the car than just slowing down and then it fades to black. And I'm sure there's something planned for that. I would assume, but... Alright. 0 armor, but we're still 100% health right now. I say that now, but then all of a sudden we get hit. Nice. All right. So we definitely want to hit the diner, I'd say. We could hit campsite, though, too. You know what? Let's do campsite this time. If we have a choice. I don't know. Let's see. Can we pass the diner? Okay, we can. We can choose to pass the diner and go straight to campsite. Ah, okay. Let's check out the campsite. Oh, okay, so this is a legit campsite, something completely separate from the trailer park, which would make sense. Okay, so Lucky D Road Reaper. Not just trying, I will escape. Well, I found your unfounded cockiness refreshing. Okay, gotcha. So now we have Shotgun Shine, increases chance of critical hit when inspired, Starburst, and Astonish once again. Now let's try Starburst this time. And back on the road. Oh, they can even melee swing at you if they get close enough. Oh, okay. So melee attacks, range attacks, explosive attacks. Ooh, getting rammed. Luckily, you don't hit the trees. There's no collisions, which is good. Nice, we rammed them. They're out of here. They're out of here. Awesome. Yeah, this is such a different game from Dwarrows, but still just as good. Like, Lithic I'm really impressed with. They take a genre and they just go all out into it and do a really good job. Burger bar and motel. Oh, so there are multiple different stops. Oh, diner, burger bar. Okay. We're seeing different stops. We're seeing different people to meet. Nice. Tommy Tanaka. You. Me. Heard you're trying to make it to the end of the route. I am. That was the whole reason I came over to this country. To do the cannonball run, the entire highway. Set a record. Died before that, huh? Mm-hmm. First attempt. Why not try it again? Always get stopped by the beast and its forces. Tell me about it. I'm gonna help you out. Lend you some of my speed. I always love more speed. Okay, so different characters will provide you with a different setup or sort of category of items. So this guy gives us speed, the other person gives us what seems to be like more like shotgun abilities, AoE abilities, getting inspired. Ram Rush reduces the cooldown of Ram Strike's Blink. Blink, instead of Ram Strikes, teleport a short distance in the direction you want to go. Oh, interesting. Pink Slip, playing for keeps. When you shoot an enemy, there's a chance to instantly kill that enemy. Oh, yes. And it looks like you can level these abilities up too, because when we picked Pink Slip, it said level 1. So if we come across Tommy again, we could probably level up to level 2. Oh, Hellhounds. Oh, geez. Oh, that's really cool. They're actually running after you. I love that. That is really nice. Oh. Oh, God, we have flying enemies, too. What? Flying skulls. Oh, that is epic. And we have to shake them off of our car, too. That's a really nice add-on. That's a really nice mechanic. I like that layer. Yeah, this is just such a unique play experience. I really like it. We're hurting so bad, though. Unfortunately. Yeah, so now they're starting to mix the enemies up here. We're getting a mixture of hellhounds and the werewolf guys, whatever you want to call them. Oh, man. So overall, I'm really liking where this is going. It has that roguelite element. You know, you could see where there could be inspirations from other titles, but at the same time, it's very much its own thing. The music is so good and on point. The voiceover, the attitude really has this really good just vibe going for it. And it all ties in really well with the overall theme. So I really, really enjoy this. And having that speed and, you know, being in the car and everything and thinking about your different weapon changes and the different types of enemies based on a very confined space too. Definitely increases the difficulty, but also the amount of fun you can have in that sort of value add-on when you can actually defeat the enemies and keep driving on and get to the next stop. I love that the different stops are varied by quite a bit. You have a diner, you have a campsite, and all these other different locales with different people, and they provide you with different things, and you get a little bit more lore and exposition because of your interaction with them. So overall, this was just a really good experience and really impressive from Lithic Entertainment, so much respect to them. And if you want to check out the Dwarrows playthrough, make sure to go to my other channel, which is Mind TV, and you can check it out there. But with that, let me know your thoughts of this game in the comments section. Check it out for yourself by clicking the link in the description section, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and drive safe.